Hi there. Thanks for tuning in to Make This Happen, where we discuss an idea we've been dying to see come alive. Every week, my friend Alexander Gonzalez and myself, Jay Yee, will bring you a product you never knew you needed. Now, let's talk about smell. My favorite of the five senses. I don't know about you. I love smelling stuff. One of my first instincts to do anything, even with stuff that don't smell, is to smell it. I smell stuff when I probably shouldn't be smelling stuff. I love smelling. Do you like smelling?
I've also smelled things when I shouldn't have been smelling things.
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
what you're talking about. Smell. So I'll tell you this. It's gonna have to be vision is gonna be my favorite. And then right there, it's gonna be hard to put one in front of the other. It's gonna be smell or taste.
I mean, without smell, you can't taste. Like, it's impossible to taste without smell. You know, it's like one and the same.
Oh yeah.
But for me, I find myself every time I see something new, for some reason, my first instinct is to smell it. I don't know why. That being said, I also have a really sensitive smell. Like, I could smell things probably like at least 30 seconds before anyone else even notices or walk
I feel
towards.
that because I can tell when a pizza is done through my smell.
Yeah.
Like without alarm, I can sit there. I'll be on the couch watching TV, and I'm like, the pizza's done. They're like, how do you know the alarm hasn't gone off? I'm like, I can smell it. It's starting to it's almost burnt.
Right. Or like sometimes I'd just be like, oh, what the fuck is that smell? And then everyone around me be like, I don't smell anything. And then 5 seconds later, like, oh yeah, what is that smell? I'm like, yeah, it smells really bad. It got even worse. But have you ever smelt something and you're just like, what the fuck is that smell? Either it's really bad, it's really good, you just want to know what it is. So I propose we make the Shazam of smells. You have a device, you press a button, and it'll tell you on this device. I don't think it'd be an app because your phone would have to put this directly in. But you would buy this device, and it'll tell you by percentage what smells are in the air where you are right then and there.
Okay, so you want to. So when you're like, oh my god, that smells amazing. What is that?
Yeah.
And you're in your apartment hallway. Ba-doom. Oh, okay. Someone's making chicken karaage. Delicious.
Right. And obviously, if it's like
it'll be fried meat.
For certain, like, it's gonna be difficult for this machine to be like, oh yeah, that's a pizza. It's gonna be like, it's 50% cheese, 5% onion, 5% jalapeno. That's my pizza.
The device won't go, oh yeah, that's a burger.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, it seems like this is a burger, but it could be these things. And also, there's a little bit of cigarette smell, urine, and piss and poop in the area as well.
Depending on where you're at. And a little bit of THC.
Yeah, just a little bit. Or it's gonna be like, that's 90% THC, and then McDonald's, because it's the McDonald's perfume that they put on everything. You know what I mean? It's obviously gonna be like, we think it's a pizza, or we think it's this, but then it'll also break down what's in the air. Like, it's onion, tomato.
This could get some
jalapeno,
people in trouble.
Oh yeah. Oh, most definitely. This will probably be used for some stuff.
What if the cops use it? IPA, Coors Light.
Oh, this is literally a better breathalyzer, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, have you been drinking? Just a couple beers. I see that you drank Jameson, Jack Daniels, and maybe one Bud Light. You are very drunk.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
and we also see that you're
it would help
really
me
high.
Immensely. I could hold it under my dog's breath and see what it's eaten today.
Yeah. Like, did you eat the poop? Your dog just goes, and then you're like,
and then you put it
did eat
like
the poop. Yeah. But haven't you ever like walked on a street and you're like, that smells amazing, but you have no idea what it is, where it's
Oh
coming
yeah.
from. You still won't know where it's coming from, but at least you'll find out what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. So you'll know what it is. You'll know what's delicious and what's
Yeah,
around, especially when you don't know the smell. Because it would be great. What if you're at a fair and you smell amazing things? You're like, I want that. What is that
exactly.
sweet smelling thing? And then you put it up there and it tells you, and then you can go up to a map and then find it.
Yeah, yeah. Or Yelp and Yelp whatever's nearby you and might have that item, you know.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
before this episode started, I did do a tiny bit of research just to even see if this is possible. And it's something I haven't really even thought of. I was like, what is scent? Like when you're smelling something, what is that? Like, why is there a scent? You know what I mean? Like scientifically, chemistry speaking, like what is it? And I found out, yes, scents are molecules that are given off of a object, and depending on the potency of the smell, the more molecules that are in the air. So it is something that is physical. It's a gas. So there are atoms and molecules involved. So there can be a device that could, I'm assuming it'd be like kind of like a small vacuum. It'll suck in the air that is in that you press the button, it'll suck in the air, and then it'll be able to identify the molecules in the air that, and then identify what those molecules are, given the scent that they're giving off. Because I'm assuming if this device were to be invented, technology would have gotten far enough where you could tell what molecules are associated to what scent. You know what I mean? And maybe
Hmm.
like a hamburger doesn't smell like bun, meat, lettuce, tomato, onion. It smells like a hamburger. You know what I mean? So eventually,
Yeah,
maybe a certain combination of smells will let the device know it is a
we'll
hamburger.
trigger it. I like where this is going. I like where this is going.
Now, the device itself, I imagine it to look kind of like a iPod Nano, I guess, where it's like long, it has a small screen and then a couple buttons, like an old school tape recorder that you'd see in like a movie that was based in like the 90s, where they have this sleek little thing, they press record and then they like hold it up or whatever. Like that's what I
You
see it
know,
to look like.
this device will also be great for testing various things, including making sure that certain drinks have verified smells that they're giving off. Like if you pour a glass of wine and you spin it, and then it's like cocoa, cherry,
Oh, interesting.
bark, and it smells all the notes in the wine.
That'd
Or
be a
like let's
cool
say
feature.
or it's like certain cigars, and people are
Mm.
like blowing into it to see what it's picking up.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. See, I also think it would have some good safety hazardous functions where it could maybe sense if there's something, not like a dangerous smell, but if the smell in the area is telling you that there's something that is potentially dangerous in the area, like maybe a gas
Yeah,
leak
like for
or
miners.
like what?
If they're deep in a mine, like miners, if they're deep in a
Yeah,
mine and hit
yeah,
like gas.
right, exactly. And maybe it's like it could detect scents that are not as detectable by our nose that could be potentially dangerous, you know? Um, so I think it'll have a wide variety of uses. Obviously, it's not a necessity for everyone to have one, but it's a fun, cool thing to have if you just liked smells like I do. Or like if you use it in like a culinary space or like a mining space or like a police space. Like it could be used in multiple things. It's a very niche product, but I think it can be useful in certain areas.
Oh, and detective work? You kidding me?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Obviously, very niche cases, but it can be very useful in certain things. Anything else you got for me
I'm trying to think of what other applications it can be used for.
besides just knowing what's in the air?
Yeah, like how that can help different people in the world.
I don't know about any useful.
Would it be reverse engineered, and then you can tell the amount of humidity and gases in the atmosphere around you, and
I mean, if
smog
there's
level
gonna be like
detection?
a wine notes function, I feel like it'll also have that function built in as well. You know, the way that we're describing this, it doesn't. It also sounds like a luxurious item. Like this thing sounds like it's gonna cost like $200.
Yeah,
It's not gonna be cheap at all. Has to be waterproof. I think it has to be heat
definitely.
resistance.
Just a little bit.
Probably have a little keychain hook that you could put on, like, you just easily hook onto stuff. You know, what are they called? Cantiners. Like it has like that attached to it.
Carabiner.
Carabiner. Yeah.
And then there would be Bluetooth. That way you can connect to headphones so that it can talk to you directly.
Okay, that's a little extra.
How do you think that's extra?
I think
You just want this thing beep boop boop boop, orange, peaches, honey, beep boop boop boop.
I feel like that Bluetooth would be more so it could connect to your smart device, and then it will have like an app where it will break things down in more detail.
Yeah, and then you can have headphones in.
Sure. Yeah, it'll talk to you.
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like something will transfer to your smart device.
Yeah. But because
of the companion app, if you register your favorite smells, it'll tell you different parts of the world where people are finding that smell through the smell network.
Or maybe
where it charts different smells across the whole globe.
Maybe it'd be more like, because if you connect it to your phone
user data
and you choose your favorite smells, if you're in an area where your favorite smell is, you'll like get a notification on your Apple Watch, and you look at your Apple Watch like,
this is gonna get abused. Huh? Because this is gonna get abused by teenagers and people who are funny, who are gonna be like, "Hey, we know you like the smell of ass, and we've detected ass near you. It's a 50 meters.
You're just walking in the streets of LA, and it's like,
user 69420 reported ass right here.
Yeah. But because it talks to you, and it has a little jingle it plays every time it talks to you. Samsung, make this happen.
This is gonna be an ongoing joke.
Thanks for listening. If you have any suggestions or products you'd like to see talked about, feel free to write in at @poundgames@gmail.com. We have a Patreon. If you'd like to join the @Pound family, come find us at patreon.com/wearenotgamedevs. Patrons receive episodes 2 days early, meaning Make This Happen gets to your ears that much sooner. If you enjoyed our show, take a second to give us a review. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play Store, and more. Catch you guys next Sunday with Alex's idea.
I had it, and then it went away. Gosh darn. I had it too. It was a good one. It was a good one.
A remembrance ball that lets you know when you forgot something, but doesn't tell you what you forgot. That's a Harry Potter reference.
Harry Potter. Yeah. What was I gonna say? Hey. What was I gonna say? Oh, there it is. Fireworks.
Cool. I like fireworks.
Really doesn't sound like you do.